Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be reviewing and demoing the PUR Cosmetics Love Your Selfie 2 palette. There's a glare. It looks like this. How cute is that packaging? But yeah, we're going to be reviewing and demonstrating the palette. I use the entire palette, well not the entire palette, but I use the majority of the palette for this look that I'm wearing here. So I'm going to be going through the specs of the palette and then I'm going to show you guys how to create all of this. So if you guys want to hear more about the palette and see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so this is the PUR Cosmetics Love Your Selfie 2 palette. It's such a gorgeous palette. So this is what the palette looks like on the inside. It comes with 8 eyeshadows, a baking powder, a highlighter, and a bronzer. It also comes with the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, a lip gloss, and the Fully Charged Mascara, which you guys know is my fave. So if you guys follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I did post some swatches of the palette. I'll go ahead and insert those images here. So the first image you're going to see is the swatches of the eyeshadows. So left to right, we have Headshot, Statuesque, Panorama, Abstract, Pose, Sketch, Megapixel, and Paparazzi. My favorite colors out of the entire palette are Panorama, Sketch, and Megapixel. They're just right up my alley. They're very shimmery and pigmented, and I just love the colors. Next, we have the swatches of the face products. Left to right, we have Overexposed, Photogenic, and Composition. All right, now I'm just going to show you the swatches of the lip products. We have the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Focal Point, which is a really pretty berry toned lip pencil. And then we have the lip gloss, which is in the shade Silhouette, which goes perfectly with the lip pencil. And as you can see, everything is just really pigmented. The shadows in general are very buttery and pigmented, and I really love that about them. They also blend out really nicely as well. As you can see on my eyes, everything blended out super nicely, and I'm really impressed with this formula. So the price on the palette is actually really good. It's only $42, and you get the eyeshadows, you get the face products, you get the lip products, and then you also get the mascara. So I think that's really a good value for this entire set. Right now you can purchase it at purcosmetics.com, but it's also going to be launching at Ulta on August 7th. So my gathered thoughts on the palette is I really love it. I love that the formula is on point. Everything is really pigmented. The color selection is really nice too. I feel like you can create more than just one type of look with this eyeshadow palette. So I feel like it's a really versatile palette. The price range is really good too. I mean, you get all of this for only 42 bucks, so that's not bad. And I also love the campaign behind it. It's all about loving yourself and being confident and being inspired and inspiring others. All right, so with all that said, let's jump into the tutorial.
Okay, so first we're going to start off by priming the eyes. I'm using the PUR Cosmetics Face Crease Eyeshadow Primer, and then I'm going to use the Sigma Beauty Eyeshadow Base in the shade Provoke. Now we're just going to dive into this beauty. This is the PUR Cosmetics Love Your Selfie 2 palette. I'm picking up the shade Headshot, which is a bone shade, and I'm going to be applying that all over the entire eye area to set my base. I'm using my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush to do that. Using the same brush, I'm dipping into the shade Statuesque, and I'm going to be applying that back and forth through the crease and upper crease. This is going to be our transition shade for the look. Next, I'm picking up Panorama on my MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to be buffing that into the outer V and a little bit through the crease. I want to just smoke this area out and also deepen it. Next, to warm up the crease and the upper crease a little bit more, I'm dipping my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush into the shade Composition, which is technically a bronzer, but you can pretty much use any makeup for any purpose that you would like to. So we're just going to go ahead and buff that back and forth through the crease. Next, I'm just going to pick up Headshot on my Sonia Kashuk number 103 brush, and I'm going to be using that to highlight the brow bone. I'm then going to take Overexposed, and I'm going to use that to highlight the high points of my brow bone. Next, we're going to take Megapixel on our Sigma Beauty number E54 medium sweeper brush, and I'm just going to use that kind of like in the center of my lid space area. I wanted to ombre affect my lid area, so we're going from darkest to lightest, from outer corner to inner corner, and I thought this would be a really pretty shade to put in the center. And then I'm going into Pose, and I'm using that to complete our ombre effect, and I'm just going to place that on the inner third of the lid and blend it in towards the center of the lid. For the lower lash line, I'm using my Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm picking up that Composition shade, and I'm just going to run that right on through just to warm up that lower lash line and kind of tie it in to the upper eye area. Next, I'm taking the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Focal Point, and I'm just going to run that really tightly against the lower lash line. This is going to kind of act as our base for the shadow that we're going to put down next. Now I'm just picking up Sketch on my Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm just going to run that shade along the lower lash line right on top of that base. You can see how the base really makes that color pop and stand out. Next, I'm picking up Overexposed, and I'm going to spritz my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Blush just to really make sure that that color is vibrant and it pops. And we're just going to pop this right into the inner corners to highlight. So instead of doing a winged liner or a super bold liner today, I'm just going to pick up Panorama on an angled brush, and I'm just going to run that along the upper lash line. For mascara, you know the drill. I'm using the PUR Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara, and I'm just going to be coating my upper and lower lashes. The palette does come with a fully charged mascara, but since I already have one open, I don't want to be wasteful, girl, so I am just going to use the one that I already have and just save the deluxe size that it comes with for later. For lashes, I'm going in with the Cocoa Lashes in Goddess. I love wearing these lashes when I'm not doing a winged liner because they're very dense and they also kind of just wing out and flare out on their own. So it kind of mimics winged liner without actually having to do winged liner. Now for the waterline, I'm using these two. This is the ColourPop Cosmetics Cream Gel Liner in Swerve and the MAC Cosmetics Eye Kohl in Fascinating. Next, I'm going to bronze up my complexion. I'm picking up the shade Composition from the palette, and I'm just going to run that in the areas that the sun would naturally hit. To contour a little bit, I'm going in with the NARS Laguna Bronzer and the NARS Ita brush. I love this brush for powder contouring. It just works so nicely, and it fits perfectly right up in there. So we're just going to go ahead and contour underneath the cheekbones. We're going to contour around the perimeter of the face as well. Make sure I get the chin and that jawline. I'm also going to be contouring my nose with this as well. I'm using the Bdellium Tool 783 brush to do that. This is my favorite brush to use when I'm using powder contouring shades. It's just really fluffy and it's tapered and it just fits perfectly right around my nose. And to highlight down the bridge of the nose, I'm just picking up Overexposed, and I'm just going to run that right down the bridge and on the tip of my nose. To highlight, I'm going in with the PUR Cosmetics Strobe Highlight Palette in the shade Sunkissed Glow, and I'm picking up this more champagne goldeny shade, and we're just going to dab that onto the high points of our cheeks and in my usual highlight areas. Next to highlight, I'm going into Photogenic from the palette. It's a really pretty peachy but cool toned highlighting shade, and I'm just going to use that to top off that cream powder that we put down. For blush, I'm mixing these two together by NARS. One is called Sex Fantasy, which is the lighter baby pink, and then the other one is called Final Cut, which is more of the orangey peachy tone. I'm going to mix them together to get kind of like a baby pink peachy toned concoction going on. Now for the lips, I'm using what came with the palette. We have the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Focal Point, and I'm just going to be lining the lips with this and also filling it all in. And then I'm going to be using the lip gloss it came with in the shade Silhouette, and that's what I'm going to be using to top that all off so we get a nice glossy pout. I love the shade of this. I feel like it ties in with the eyes really well because we did kind of like the berry tone along the lower lash line, and then we also have the berry mauvey tone berry lips going on. So yeah, I love how this look came out. And to set everything, I'm going in with my MAC Fix Plus spray. And lastly, we're just going to touch up the hair a little bit. I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to tame my baby hairs. This is such a good trick. And then I'm using the Salon Graphics Shaping Hairspray just to tame the rest of my hair, all those flyaways, and to really smooth it down.
Alright, so that's going to be it for this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed the look. I'm loving this palette so far. I definitely recommend this palette if you're in the market for a new palette. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe to my channel too if you're not already. I would love for you to join my YouTube family. You can just click right here on me if you're on your desktop, or click the subscribe button down below. I will leave all the products that I use down below in the description bar. I will also leave some direct links down there as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Mine's a little dirty. Let's clean that. Okay, and this is, oh, things are falling out. Hello. Oh, battery's gonna die. Oh, okay, hurry up.